There's something very few men know, and I want you to hear this without filters. When a woman does it from behind, her body reacts in a way she will never admit out loud. Not because she doesn't want to tell you, but because she doesn't fully understand everything that's happening in that moment. But her body understands it and reveals it, even when she tries to hide it. Before we continue, I want to ask you a direct question. Have you ever noticed that right before doing it from behind, she changes her breathing even though she tries to look calm? If that has ever happened to you, write it in the comments. I want to see how many men have noticed that micro change without understanding it. Let's get to the point. In the very first second, before anything significant even happens, her nervous system releases adrenaline, dopamine, and a small spike of cortisol. That intense mix makes her feel more even before any actual contact. Yes, before. Her body activates through anticipation, vulnerability, and openness. It's an automatic reaction she cannot control, even if she tries to appear composed. Now, I want you to be honest. Have you ever thought that sudden silence meant discomfort? Write it, because thousands of men make this mistake. The truth is completely different. Women feel more when they're quiet. That silence isn't coldness, it's concentration, it's intensity. It's her brain processing sensations she cannot put into words. If you've ever seen her become very still, motionless for 1 or 2 seconds, I want to ask you directly, what did you think in that moment? Did it confuse you? Tell me, because what you saw wasn't disinterest. It was her body entering a state of deep sensitivity. Now I want to take you into something even more hidden. The anal area is surrounded by nerve endings connected directly to the pelvic plexus. This creates an internal echo, an involuntary vibration that travels through her lower abdomen, her uterus, and her clitoris without you touching anything else. Have you ever seen a small tremor in her belly or back and had no idea what it meant? If yes, write it down, because that gesture is one of the most honest signals of the female body. When a woman feels more, her pelvic floor tightens. It's not rejection, it's not discomfort, it's intensity. The abdomen contracts for a second, her back arches slightly, she takes a deeper breath without meaning to. What you see is real. It's an automatic reaction. And now I want to know something important. Have you ever seen that micro tremor and not known what it meant? Write it in the comments. But here comes the most delicate part. When a woman does it from behind, her brain activates the anterior insula. This area processes vulnerability, emotional alertness, intense pleasure, and effective memory. It's one of the most primitive regions of the brain. When it activates, she feels more than she wants to admit. And she feels it not just in her body, she feels it emotionally. That's why, if you've ever seen her become softer, calmer, more attached to you after doing it from behind, I need you to confirm it in the comments. That reaction is not a coincidence. It's chemistry. And it happens to many women. And now listen carefully, because this is the part they talk about the least. When she feels more, she hides it. Not out of shame, not out of fear. She hides it because admitting it would feel too intimate, too revealing. But her body doesn't know how to lie. Her breathing changes first, then her abdomen responds on its own. Her back searches for a slight arch. Her eyes avoid yours for a split second because she's afraid her gaze will expose her. And that intense stillness that many men misunderstand is exactly the moment she feels the most. Before we move on to the deeper reactions, the ones no woman can hide and that reveal exactly what she feels in that instant, I want you to subscribe, not as a favor. Do it because what you're about to hear will completely change the way you read the female body, and once you understand this, you will never see her the same way again. Stay with me. What comes next is what they truly feel, even when they stay silent. And now I want to take you into the deepest layer, the one almost no man knows, the one they never say out loud, and the one that reveals exactly why they feel more when they do it from behind. Because what happens inside her body in that moment isn't a simple external stimulus. It's a chain of internal reactions that fire one after another, without her being able to stop them. When stimulation reaches that area, the pudendal nerve activates and immediately travels to the inferior hypogastric plexus. That pathway doesn't go through rational filters. It goes straight to the areas that control alertness, pleasure, vulnerability, and emotional memory. It's a highway with no red lights. And that speed is precisely why many women feel an intensity they cannot explain. Her body enters a state of amplified sensitivity that can feel overwhelming if she doesn't know how to regulate it. I want you to think about something you've probably seen more than once without understanding it. Has it ever happened that in the middle of the intensity, she suddenly inhales sharply, like she needs the air instantly? That exact moment happens because the vagus nerve activates. And when the vagus nerve activates, not only does physical sensitivity increase, emotional sensitivity increases too. That's why many women avoid looking directly at you during the most intense moment. It's not discomfort, it's deep vulnerability. And here I want you to answer something that will open many men's eyes. Has she ever looked at you for a second as if she wanted to say something but didn't? If it happened, write it in the comments. That second reveals more than any words. That look is the body trying to regulate a mix of pleasure, tension, and emotional surrender that she cannot turn into sentences. And many men misunderstand it because no one ever explained this to them. Now I want to explain one of the most hidden reactions of all. When anal stimulation is intense for her, blood flow to the clitoris increases automatically, even without direct contact. It's a reflex of the parasympathetic system. That increased blood flow creates an internal pressure that can feel like a wave rising and falling. Many women don't know how to describe it, but they feel it with absolute clarity. And that feeling, that internal wave, is one of the main reasons they go silent. It's not that they don't want to talk, it's that they can't. Her body is busy processing something stronger than words. If you've ever seen her legs shake, her thighs tense, or her hands gripping your arms or your back without meaning to, mention it in the comments, because that's a direct sign that her intensity level is rising. These are small movements, almost invisible, but real. And no woman can fake them. The body doesn't fake trembling. The body doesn't fake involuntary tension. The body doesn't fake that deep breath coming from the diaphragm when something overwhelms her. What many men also don't know is that deep anal stimulation activates a very particular pattern in the nervous system. It doesn't only increase physical sensitivity, it increases affective memory as well. That means she remembers the sensation not as a thought, but as an imprint in the body. That's why some women feel calmer, softer, more emotionally connected after this experience. And I want you to tell me honestly, has it ever happened that after doing it from behind, she stayed close to you, relaxed, as if something inside her had loosened? If yes, write it. I want to see how many have lived this reaction without knowing why. And now comes the most intense part. When a woman feels more, a reaction appears that she will hide her entire life. The need for stability. That's why she reaches for your arm, why she grips your body, why she rests her hand on your skin without thinking. It's a primitive body response trying to maintain internal balance while processing a strong sensation. And if she doesn't tell you, it's because admitting it would make many women feel too exposed. But you can see it. Always. You just need to know what you're looking at. The most interesting part is that when they do it from behind, the female body enters a form of sensory connection completely different from all other pleasure. It's more internal, more emotional, more vulnerable, and more revealing. If you learn to interpret her reactions, you'll discover truths she will never say, out of fear, shame, or simply because she doesn't have the words. I want you to remember this. A woman can choose what to show you. but she cannot control what her body reveals. And this type of stimulation, due to its neurological intensity, activates all the parts she controls the least: breathing, internal tension, gaze, trembling, silence, emotional surrender. And now I need your help with something that truly makes a difference. Tell me in the comments which sign you've noticed: her breathing, the trembling, the silence, the look, the abdominal tension. Whatever it was, write it. Because the more men comment, the more we can break this taboo and talk about the female body like no one else does. And if you want to keep learning what no woman says out loud, but her body reveals unintentionally, subscribe. What comes after this video will show you even deeper, more hidden, and more important reactions to understand. What they keep quiet, you will understand from today.